Hello.
Maybe.
Hello. I started this.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
You fucking losers! You're working with a professional here!
Do you draw the Flintstones naked? There's a market for that. What the fuck is the matter with people in this business?
Drop the taco. Get in the car.
Don't mess with the bull, young man. You'll get the horns.
Comics are awesome.
Comics are awesome.
Some men aren't looking for anything logical, like money. They can't be bought, bullied, reasoned, or negotiated with. Some men just want to watch the world burn.
Breaking news. It's almost over.
Almost over.
Almost over.
What's almost over?
Yeah, I can see it on my phone. I have to see it on my tablet with a little delay.
Hello, everybody. Come on in. Have a seat. There's nothing left in the green room. We've eaten it all.
Yeah.
You might as well just come in, sit down, and enjoy.
Eat all that up. You'll never get those sandwiches. They're mine. Lita says, "What's up, Lola? What's up, Indie Vote, Lola? We still on for our date tomorrow?"
Yes, we still have our date tomorrow.
There's a date tomorrow.
Jake Twista in the hizzy for shizzy.
Jake, where are you? Are you on Twister or not Twister? Are you on Twitter? We need to send you a link. You coming in?
Are you on the Twitter?
Hey, Jake. Hey, Joe. From the desk of a small press publisher.
That's Jake from
Jake from State Farm? No.
Yeah. Well,
Jake, you're not on Facebook. I throw the invites all up there, buddy. You need to.
I sent him a link on Twitter. We're buddies on Twitter.
Need to do what the old folks do and get on Facebook.
He can't go on Facebook. He'll get kicked off.
He's not out of jail yet.
Oh no, he's never been on there. He got off Facebook. I think he told me 2017 or so.
Did he?
Yeah, he hasn't been on Facebook, so he's been off there for a while.
Makes him nervous. All them memes makes him nervous.
Memes and all that good shit. People get in trouble. You've been banned. You've been banned.
That's what Facebook is for, though, isn't it? Yeah. We've got lots of friends that are in Facebook jail as we speak.
He says, sorry, the boomer book will data scrape me and kill me in my sleep. Zuckerberg's like, got you, Jake.
Somebody sitting named Marv says, hey. Marv, how you doing, buddy?
I'm super awesome. Thank you.
It is what over it's like 2 a.m. your time, 1 a.m, 1:30.
Yeah, almost 1 a.m, 25 minutes till 1.
It's barely 1:30 a.m. where Jake's at as well. He's just waking up.
It is. And I'm 7 beers in, so yeah, why not?
This is going to be a great night. Then is that what you're saying? I don't have any beer.
Well, surely. I mean,
Lewis Michael says hello. Hello, Lewis Michael.
Lewis Michael, how you doing? Thanks for attending.
Pop says, "Wahaha."
Wahaha.
Creators Outlet in the house. Nita says, "I'm the notorious NITA. Zuckerberg hates me." Yeah. I've never been banned from Facebook. I thought once I got shadow banned. But no, I don't post anything that I find that I know is going to get me in trouble. I'm too discreet, too crafty.
Creators Outlet says, okay, I'm over here now.
You guys still buy ads on Facebook?
Pops my man. What?
You guys still buy ads?
No, I never bought that. Oh, I bought an ad a long time ago, but I haven't done that in years.
That's why he thought he was shadow banned. Because he bought a damn ad. I back when I had my newspaper, I bought a damn ad. They literally took me from 3,000 views down to 300. As soon as I gave them money and kept harassing me constantly about, well, you could expand your reach if you paid us money. And I'm like, fuck you. If I hadn't have paid your money, I'd have still had a much more expanded reach, even if I did pay you money.
Give us your money, Zimmerman.
Bastards.
And a beautiful visual with Spank the Monkey jerking it off.
No, it's more like Spank the Monkey doing this.
Oh, fuck you!
And stupid me, I ran a convention in the fall the next year, and I thought, man, nobody's going to come to this thing. Maybe I should advertise again. I was stupid. And so they literally, I ended up, one of the reasons why I stopped Flint Comics was because my visibility on Facebook got so castrated so fast. And the reason that happened is because I took out an ad. Never again.
Ooh. Here you go, Lewis. I'll put it in the chat. Lewis Michael asked, where's the campaign link? Here it is, right
And
here.
posted.
Yeah, there it is right there. And the link is overall, it's called Indie Revolt, or you type in Revolt over on Indiegogo. It's I need to put it there too. Thank you, Nita. Sequential art collection. Woohoo! Jason Moore says, "Yo, what's up, comic fam? Does calling everyone comic fam officially make me hip and not some grumpy old fogey that lives in the past?"
No.
Well, yeah.
But you're not a grumpy old fogey anyway.
No, not yet. Now
I'm the grumpy old fogey.
Yeah.
What are you telling me that you're not living in Leng, like H.P. Lovecraft Leng?
Yeah.
Where time is just a construct.
Time is just a construct, though.
It is, isn't it?
Lewis Michael says, "Cool. Well, look now. Thank you. Appreciate it." Yeah, we're getting ready to close it out. Randy's first campaign ever.
Eager to get this over with.
Yeah. It's he told me we're gonna do a closeout campaign. I said, "Oh."
It's like, you're going to the gallows, and it's, you're just staring the guillotine in the face. Here we go.
Well, you guys sharpening that blade correctly. I want it to be a clean cut.
And it's my mistake too, because when I started the campaign, it gave me an ending time, and I went and looked again at the ending time, and it said midnight Pacific time. So I'm thinking midnight Pacific time, that's 9 p.m. our time, and it's not. It's 3 a.m. our time. So I thought I was being slick. We'll start at 7, close the campaign out at 9. It'll be done. We'll get to bed. Everything will be good. But no.
Damn, Marv. I think that will be up at like 7 or 8 p.m. then.
Yeah.
No, a.m. Sorry.
That's 6 in the morning for you. Yes.
Oof.
Oh no, that's 9 in the morning for you, isn't it?
Yeah, 8, 9.
Shows you how I can add. Anyway,
he'll wake up and
one more backer.
Sleep is just a construct.
Oh,
yeah, that too. I'll sleep when I'm dead.
What did you say? Did you say one more backer?
Yeah, 61. Yeah,
61 backers. Thank you.
That deserves a bell.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Thanks.
All of our Revolt creators that have worked on the book, those links are on the secret Facebook Revolt creators page. So you can, if you need that, if you need one direct, just PM me, and I'll send you one direct. If you don't want to go over to the creators page.
Yeah, this book is
Jason, you're welcome to come in too. If you had the equipment, you should pop in. You did the cover and did work on the Retro Ram story.
Yeah, it was,
can't wait to see it finish either. It's gonna be great.
So much content in one little book. Never before has one book held so much content.
Never before.
Question: is this pre-show or is this like the show?
It's always the pre-show.
Oh, bless your heart. I was just stressing out like okay, every TV MADLSV
LSD.
So LSD.
LSD.
Hell yeah, we drip.
Not today. Sorry, not today.
Oh fuck.
I'm rolling on the shit, man.
Everybody else be tripping. That's what it is. Not us.
See, Michael Lanning said, at least it's Friday. It's a Friday night. Yeah, at least
right.
we'll wake up tomorrow and say, I'm laying back down.
Jason,
Jason Moore says, can't wait to see the finished comic. It's going to be a great book for sure.
Oh yeah. Can't wait to see it.
Have you received the proof readings for us?
Who what?
The proofreading? Have you received them?
Have I seen them?
Yeah, have you received them like physically?
No, I haven't sent them the print file yet. We don't know how big this book's going to go.
Yeah, I was wondering, but
every 25 backers adds more stories to the book, and I've got some stories ready to go. It might be big anyway. I'm just going to throw everything we meant to put in it together, and so it could be 150 pages by the time it's done, whether we have the backers or not.
Mm-hmm.
We don't know. Especially if I can get something, quick out of Varian there.
It is, make sure you guys follow Arrow for Bueno on Indievolt across all social media platforms.
Might reprint all of his tipsy strips or something.
Laugh Man's over 00 on the clock. Creators Outlet says, as always, pre-show, like every video game is always beta. Nita says, well, shit, guess I need to leave. Nita, how come you're not on here? You want a link? You want to come in?
You're welcome to come in.
Pop says, I backed it. Thank you, Pops.
Thanks, Pop.
Yeah. Sim says,
thanks.
Now hold up. Joe, no. I sent that guy to bed, all right? He will not show up. I'll not make an appearance. No, he will not make an appearance. I disassociate. Okay.
Sim in the house says, hello, everyone. Hello, Sim Portier. Sydney Portier. Simon Portier. Who's and hit the like button, people. That's right. Marv is correct. Hit that like button.
Yeah.
Like button. I say like button, like people in Boston say tampon. Like a tampon? Is it the type of the month? We'll get you a tampon. I do. I walk behind Lola in supermarkets. Lola, did you get some tampons? She doesn't like that. Sweetheart, you need to get some tampons.
We have no idea why.
Yeah, she doesn't like it. That's not even how you say tampon, dumbass. That's what I hear.
This episode of Indievolt brought to you by Indievolt.
Tampons.
Energy tampons.
Energy tampons. Wait, this isn't it.
I'll have those bad boys next week.
Could be, though. Energy drink. Buzzberry.
Yeah. I'll have those bad boys next week. They'll be on the Indievolt store in the Volt shop.
Varian's
between your legs.
Varian's been test marketing the product all week long. He has yet to sleep for an hour straight.
Yeah, I'm also growing a tail, but
And Indie Princess isn't laughing at that because it's true.
Mm-hmm. She
just wants him to go to bed.
Leave me alone. Michael says, are you guys more active on Facebook or Twitter? Probably yes. Indievolt's more active on Facebook. Now Arrow just got a Facebook and a new Twitter today.
Oh no, we just got a new Twitter and well, hopefully the Instagram will be up and running. If it's not by now, it will be shortly. So
Nita says, I'm dealing camera burnout right now. LOL, I'm working tonight. I need to get my best for the wife and Lola tomorrow. Yeah. I totally know about camera burnout. I've suffered from it. I don't think anybody can sit on these cameras on the streams for if you can do this shit every day, something's wrong with you.
We got accused of doing it every day on Brian's program this morning. Rising Tide Publications. I didn't want to correct him.
We don't do it every day. Somebody from the network does a show. Randy knows I try to get out of doing shows all the time. Do I have to be on it? No, sweet. I'm going to sleep. You guys can rest assured. If there's an Indievolt show and I'm not on it, I'm sleeping.
Or at least trying to.
Mm-hmm. With the new Buzz Buddy energy drink, there's no sleeping. Get that
outlets. It's a can of sugar.
It is.
Spoonful of sugar in the morning.
It's like a can full of sugar helps the art get drawn.
Now, really?
Yeah.
Because it just leads me straight to type 2. But okay.
The creators also, what the fuck are you saying over there? And yeah, man, if you stream every day, something's wrong with you.
Yeah.
I know. I like when I first started streaming. It will kind of get into your blood, and you'll be like, "Oh, I want to do that again, and again, and again, and again." And then, if you're truly narcissistic and love the sound of your own voice, well, then you'll keep doing it until eventually everyone hates the sound of your voice.
Yeah.
Is it like the comics bug?
There is such a thing as too much.
Too much. Much too much.
But not tonight. Tonight we are celebrating.
He says, plus I think C's supposed to hop on in a bit. Someone has to threaten the kids. Oh yeah. I understand that. $2,295. $2,295 of those sweet spankies.
That's not too shabby, I must say.
Well, no, not at all. Not at all. Randy, are you pleased with this outcome?
I'm pleased that I'm able to print the book. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And not that if we didn't hit that flexible goal, it wouldn't have been printed, but the whole key for this is to get it into as many people's hands as possible, whether they get the physical book or I was against doing a PDF for the longest time and then decided to throw it up there for anybody outside of the North American continent, and then realized that had somebody complaining that I was excluding Canada and Mexico. So I said, just whoever, anybody can take it. So now it's available in PDF and physical form. Though I'd prefer to send it to you in physical form so I could send you more books and help clean out my basement.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. It's on PDF because guys like me who can afford to help out other artists by buying the physical. This is a great way to not only to help a campaign but also to have a great comic.
Yeah, and if we had the postal rates that we had, 18 months to 2 years ago, I'd be real happy to mail that worldwide. I'd want to mail it worldwide, but right now the postal rates have skyrocketed so much it's just impossible to ship it out there. If I'd end up asking for 2 or even 3 times the asking price for the book to get it to people. It's crazy.
Yeah. Joe says we need an Indie Vote breakfast cereal. Comes with a random ash can comic. Oh yeah, there'll be little lightning bolts and hard hats and ass boys
and
sup ass boys.
Sup ass boys, yeah. Little shapes of raccoon hats. That would be cool.
Yeah.
Little high heel shoes. That would be awesome.
Coonskin hats.
Yeah.
I'll be down for that.
Yeah, we can get that done.
Be the Indie Bolt cereal.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously, it has to be dipped with the energy drink too, for maximum taste and maximum flavor and maximum energy.
Yeah,
so you can carry on a 2-day streak on drawing.
Yeah, could have little buzzberries mixed in, so it'd be like Indie Revolt buzzberry flavor.
Mm-hmm.
Best consumed with Indie Revolt.
It's like a part of this complete breakfast.
An essential part of your breakfast buzz.
Yeah.
Must be consumed on a Thursday.
Yeah.
If you've been eating our cereal all week and you get that little buzzing between your ears, it must be Thursday.
Yeah. And no one, it'll say on the bottom, if you look in the indicia, of the Indie Vote cereal, it says if you have a problem with the taste, you've been swallowing Bravo shit for years. What's your problem?
Exactly.
Irresponsibly.
Irresponsibly.
We all know about that.
Daphne, do we have something we want to add to this?
Yeah. Oh,
a little early in the show for that.
There they are. There's all those lovely characters. I'm glad
you'll see the rest of that clip in part 2.
This is a 60-day campaign, correct?
It's a what?
This was a 60-day campaign, right? Yeah, you ran it.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, that was my mistake. But yeah, it was. Because we had a lull there for the longest time. We had quite a few days that nobody bought in. So. We got 61 backers now, though. So
yeah.
Come on in, folks. We're closing out Indie Revolt.
This is the end. This is it.
The sequential art collection.
What'd you say, Jake?
That it's the end of the line until issue 2.
I don't know. Randy said he might not do an issue 2. He's
Oh no.
Yeah.
You really got to get onto it. Go onto Indiegogo and type up Indie Revolt to get the sequential arts. It's a limited time only. You can only print this once because after this campaign is closed, it's gone forever.
Yep. Gone for. We will not be doing another large book like this in the foreseeable future. And if we do, we'll call it something else other than Revolt. But we just can't do it, especially with everybody's time being taken up by other stuff and me trying to get Arrow Comics off the ground. And
I take this time to announce the next Indie Volt anthology book. It's called Indie Volt Unsubstantiated Fantasy. And it is
our next large sequential art collection will be for Shocker Comics.
Oh,
so it'll be the Gorilla Milk collection.
Gorilla Milk.
Indie Volt, Gorilla Milk coming soon.
I do have like a proposition that I want to pitch forward to the Indie Princess. So if you can get me like in the DMs, we can talk about it because I think that you might like this idea.
She's been propositioned.
Okay.
Yes.
There without a shoe cam.
The variant, be cool, okay? It's not like that. Okay? Come on. Put some faith in me, all right?
Oh, we have it's Randy. You got to order your. I know have you already ordered your Geminis? Are you?
No, I haven't. I need to.
Yeah.
And I'm really glad we've brought them on as a sponsor because I love the product.
And if you guys out there listening are in need of Gemini mailers, if you hop over to GeminiComicSupply.com, you can use the Indie Volt coupon code, which is Volt VOLT 10 Volt 10, and you will be able to get knock a little money off of those mailers for yourself.
Is that the number 10 or the spelled out TEN?
The number 10 10.
VOLT 10.
Yep. Jason Moore says California Wet Omelet Special Edition comic. It must happen. California Water Omelet. There it is. Yeah. Indie Mania can be a good name for one anthology. It could be Indie Mania. Welcome. I am the Vincent Man of Indie Comics.
We have enough of that on the social media platforms. In this corner,
manga.
Hailing from their dad's basement.
Stuck in an attic he never asked for.
Surrounded by a row of long box sleeves and trade paperback bags.
The Incredible Incel.
The man who swears he's been published 900 times. And yet we can only find three visible comics anywhere. Here he is, ladies and
team
gentlemen.
support.
The blunder from down under.
Mama Special Boy.
Mama Special Boy.
Oh, man.
Straight
Coming
from
up
the
next.
stretch in the local penitentiary. Stuck in an attic he never made.
Horrible. Like, fuck you guys. Think you're funny? That resembles me. Watch the numbers just drop.
Indie Mania coming soon. We could even we could act it out in action figures. It'd be cool.
Yeah. It's a showcase of the incels.
So we need Lola to we need to borrow your shoe cam. I'm sorry, we need to use that for our resting prompt.
Yeah.
Get a little squared circle ring. You know.
Hey,
there we are.
Yeah. Remember the Indie Mania motto: no one's getting laid tonight.
Not getting late tonight. Okay, I can solve that easily. I just got my 2-day women. I just look up.
Comic book black belt in the house, and Mr. Russ Leach. Creators Outlet says, get in on this and make variant work. LOL. Yeah. The thing is, I have to draw. Guys, I have to draw. Drawing is You know, listen, I'm on my J. Scott Campbell. You know, I don't get off. I don't even sit at the art board unless, you know, we're talking $16 to $20.
Very, you're dreaming again.
Yeah. Well, I said dollars. I said $16, $20, not thousand. He's Can you imagine that going to somebody? Hey, Mr. Campbell, how much would it cost to draw this? $20 really? And he starts laughing at you. No, kid, 20,000.
Yeah.
Like, but
that would be it too. But
I just want Danger Girl, don't you all? I wonder how much this art is on the secondary market now. Are there any collectors of J. Campbell art? And I don't know, man. 20 grand. I'd do some serious damage with 20 grand for one drawing. I mean, guys probably,
whoever posted that piece of Frank Miller, I was wondering if that was real.
Yeah, 10K.
Wow.
Yeah.
That just makes me feel incredibly small. It does, because I think I told you I had the picture that Frank Miller drew of Elektra that was in the Marvel Who's Who. With right after she died, or right after he killed her off the first time. Yeah, I bought it at an auction in Chicago, and I had to sell it in order to afford my car insurance.
See,
I
Randy.
had to sit there and cry thinking about how much that piece is probably worth now, because it was the first piece of art that he drew and inked that Marvel printed.
That's mighty responsible, you, Randy. Mighty responsible, you paying your car insurance, because I know people who I don't think they have car insurance, and they just drive around, and it's like, hey, man, do you have insurance? Shh.
Yeah. Don't tell anybody. Well, now it's in this state. It's like that a lot. But anyway.
Yeah.
No, when you have to wait 3 months to get to the Secretary of State's. Yeah.
I ain't getting no car insurance. The state ain't doing me this way.
Yeah.
I guess you get better luck. I guess you get better luck of selling NTFs of that. NFTs. Sorry. I get constantly mixed up with that.
Russ, you are in the wrong room. Did I send you the wrong link? I probably did. Let me send you the right link.
Oh no. You sent Russ the wrong link?
I sent Russ 2 hours ahead.
What have we talked about sending out Pornhub links on this fucking thing?
Well, you know what? There was a YouTube video. The guy
Russ, that was all my fault, Russ.
The guy put adult soundtracks in his video, super loud, and I'm like, whoa! And it was too late because I'm watching a YouTube video last night, and it's supposed to be about comics, and all of a sudden there's like the sound of two people like basically having a grand old time. And I was like, no, I couldn't find the touchscreen buttons to turn the sound down. I couldn't make the video go away. There's Mr. Leach. He's joined us. Hello.
Evening.
Creator of Only Death Can Save Us. Appearing in Indie Vote Revolt, Mr. Russ Leach.
I'm there. Yeah, I'm doing it. I just thought I'd pop in on my way to bed. Say hello. I see you got up to, was it 61?
Yeah. 61 backers.
61 backers. Who'll be getting this book?
Ping.
Thing. Maybe 62.
Was there more now?
Reload,
Randy.
Might get to a whopping 62 before we're done.
Yeah. Eric said send him a link.
I sent you a link to part 2 first. So jump out of here and go into the other link I sent you. All right.
Who's that?
All right.
Oh. Let me see here 1 second.
Stupid me. Sorry, folks.
All right. Let me see here. Where am I?
What time is it there, Mark?
Who's yawning? It's only 8.
Same as
8 in the
in
evening.
UK, it's 1 a.m.
Yeah, it's 1. Yeah, what's it there, Marv?
We're 8 o'clock here. 8 p.m.
See, Michael Lanning, it's only 7. It's only 7 in the evening. Has just barely started.
That's right. I'm just starting the party now.
Hey,
everybody.
Is it 11 in Portugal or 2?
No, it's 1 a.m.
Oh, it's 1 there as well. All right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I guess I'm the latest and drunkest then.
Wow.
Okay, more people coming in.
You got a few hours to catch up, Michael.
Oh, golly.
Yeah.
Look, I'm the less tame landing, so I'm not going to be as vibrant.
Am I going to have to go and get alcohol?
Whoa. You got to pass it around.
On that whiskey.
Look who's joining us from a con. He's at a con.
He's at a con.
Look at that.
Hey.
Check you out. A real con. A real place with real people in it.
Yeah. You know, it's a real con. There's real people here. We're all walking around. I gotta put this up every once in a while when the hotel security comes by, but other than that, we're having a good time.
Because we all know that you can only get it if you're walking around. If you're sitting down, you're fine. It doesn't go anywhere.
You got a distance stick. Anytime somebody gets too close, just poke them back. No.
This is a hotel show. It's really nice. It's very hard for me to hear you guys talking because I don't have headphones, but I wanted to chime in and say congratulations on Revolt, on funding.
Thank you.
I'm so happy people are going to read the Dreaded Dinosaur secret origin story that they can only get in that comic. Very happy to be a part of it, and I'm looking forward to maybe being part of the next one. Love the fact that Arrow Comics has been rebooted. I do have some alcohol in me, so I'm a little loose-lipped, but other than that, really loving being down here. And congratulations again. Thank you, Randy, for letting me be a part of your company.
Thank you, Eric.
Being a part of the book.
Thank you.
We're Arrow Bros. That makes us Arrow Bros.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
I like that.
I got to pay you, Russ, when I get ready to do Dreaded Dinosaur Man, because I want to have you do a cover for me.
Oh, yeah, I'd love to. Yes.
We're going to take over the world with Arrow.
Damn straight. Yeah,
Yes, we will.
Yeah.
Gonna
The
be
universe, mate. Think big.
All right. I'm going to sign off. You guys have a great show. I don't want to embarrass myself because I have had quite a few shots of this liquor.
Not alone. You're not alone.
Eric,
Good
take
one,
care.
Mate. Good luck.
Have a good night.
Have a good rest of your show.
Have fun,
We'll see ya.
All
Good
right.
seeing you.
Have fun.
Take care.
Bye.
Eric's been drinking, which I watched Eric. I gave Eric a till of mine once at a convention, and unfortunately, I didn't know he had liquor. And Eric, at some conventions, he has a headset on and a speaker, so people can hear him because his voice is kind of weak. It's so his voice carries on the speaker. Well, at the point where I'm like, why hasn't he been quiet in like 2 hours? And I looked over at him, I noticed he's like gone. He's like, and he's just talking to people, everybody that comes down. Like, hey, look at that person's cosplay. It's like, oh no, he's drunk and high. We need to look at Russ. He's pouring something there. What was that, Russ? What kind of beverage was that? Jack Daniels. Yeah, they sell that over in the distinguished UK. I would think they would get something like a Jack Daniels.
Jacques Daniel.
Le Jacques Daniel.
Jacques Daniel. Parlez-vous français?
Yeah, wait for me to get my white flag. I will be back. I love my French. I love my French friends and my French brothers. I love them so much. I send the Royal Navy to greet them.
I love all my French friends, especially those in Quebec.
Simon's like, you motherfuckers right now. Simon's like,
I will get my revenge.
I love them. I love them all. I love all my European friends.
Yeah,
all of them. They're great.
I'm from France, so okay.
We only pick on them because we know they can take a joke.
Oh yeah. The French are big. Yeah.
And what are they gonna do? Fight us?
Yeah.
Where's Sim?
I'll
when you need him?
over there myself. Weathered.
Are we on the radio right now, Varian?
We are not. I can be.
Well, you should be.
Okay.
Why are we not on the radio?
Because we're live. But there was a show that pays to be on the radio right now, so they'll be off. They'll be off in like 10 minutes. So
forget that then. Yeah. Paying customers absolutely come first.
Yeah.
I've been on the Vinland once, or my ancestors were at least. So why not take a trip again?
Yeah, you can go
to where? Finland.
No, the Vinland.
The Vinland.
Vinland.
Right. Okay.
Vinland. You know, people say, Varian, you know, I got some friends that said, you know, man, you've got to make the trip at least once in your life. You've got to make the trip back to Africa. You know, it's like it's a going home. It's going back to a home you never knew, you never left. Or you and it's like, what? And they say deep stuff like that. And I'm thinking to myself, I've seen the mosquitoes in Africa. I've seen the bugs in Africa. And I'm terribly afraid. I understand they carry switchblades. You know, they run past you and you're like, oh, I'm bleeding. Mother. Yeah. And
they have,
that's cool.
I think they have butterfly knives. I think it's the tsetse fly that carries the switchblade.
somebody over on Twitter whose name I cannot pronounce, but I'm deeply grateful for that. Not that the fact that I can't pronounce his name, but for what he did. There's only HRVOJE. How do you pronounce that? Horve?
I can't visually spell.
His last name is Grahovac. Grovac.
That's probably correct. That's probably closer to what I can.
Yeah, he tweeted only 10 hours left to get this amazing crowdfunding campaign with collaborative works from Randy Zimmerman, Russ Leach, Daphne Lage, and more.
Nice.
Thank you so much, sir. Deeply appreciate you.
Nita says, "Oh Lord, he's a comedian now." She's talking about her husband, C. Michael Lanning.
Wow. That's why she wanted me to make sure I came on here so she could go ahead and just bring me publicly.
Harass you from the cheap seats.
That's all right. I have my turn tomorrow night. So.
Also, guys, just so you know, I did get an email from a gentleman on Breakfast Buzz. I don't know if you guys didn't hear it. Gentleman wanted to be a Marvel Comics artist, and he drew his own book, his own X-Men book. He printed it, and then he received a cease and desist order, and now a lawsuit. He did email me back. He emailed me back to let me know that the printer, his printer is also suing him as well. He has obtained a lawyer. He's meeting with the lawyer today.
Good.
The lawyers told him, you know, that his situation is pretty grim. He has kept impeccable records, though.
Good.
His father kept impeccable records. They moved over so far, and he sold the book between $2 to $5, depending on where he was at. He sold over 2,000 copies of the book.
I was wondering why he got a lawsuit all of a sudden, and not a cease and desist. That 500 rule is now out the window.
Yeah.
He's definitely made more money than
they make in a month.
Marvel.
Regular print run, you mean?
It's probably true, Jake. It's probably true.
So he is a little worried. He wrote me back to let me know he was worried. He did appreciate everyone's advice, and he also appreciated the light grilling we gave him over it. You know, because he can understand now. He had no idea that he cannot just draw a Marvel book. He thought he could just draw it, make it, release it, and that's because, you know, the we see people do it all the time, especially on Kickstarter. There are people making Batman books, you know,
and Kickstarter does nothing to stop that. They just put it up there.
Yeah,
it's like, that's wrong. You can't do that.
Yeah.
I mean, I thought Kickstarter had rules about that kind of thing. So, for instance, when you go to shops, when you go to online stores like Etsy and stuff like that, if you put up stuff that isn't yours, they can just shut your shop down. It's in their it's in their terms and conditions.
Are you crazy? Redbubble?
Yeah.
Well, don't they?
No,
check
Redbubble
everyone?
is notorious for carrying like counterfeit products.
Yeah.
What do you say, Steve?
I said, don't they check every Kickstarter before they approve it?
They're supposed to.
Yeah.
Apparently they don't.
I don't think they're checking for the things you're thinking they're checking for.
Like, who is this Wolverine character? Oh, that's good.
That's fine. That's fine. I don't like the look of this character. You're not getting him.
Yeah, he's very happy very happy that we read his message online, and you know, we all kind of covered our faces and says no, and, you know, so, you know, listen, we're all holding out hope for you. We're hoping that And please, like I wrote him back, keep us abreast of the situation. Let us know what happens, and we will be sure to update our listeners too, because yeah, you shouldn't have done it. There's a line that comes to mind. And it doesn't have anything to do with your situation. But it's an old Tim Burton Batman. Shouldn't have turned the gun on that kid, man. Shouldn't have turned the gun on that kid. And you shouldn't have printed those books, man. Shouldn't have printed those books.
Shouldn't have done that. Don't do it. No. You shouldn't have made money out of it. That's what you shouldn't have done.
Yeah.
Do what the pros do. Parody it.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, he should have had Wolverine with like penises coming out of his hands instead of.
Oh, adamantium penis.
Have you been
started a dildo factory with that shit though?
Have you been sitting in at the Marvel X Lodge? Do you know what's coming next?
Marvel XXX Lounge?
Yeah. I'm at the Marvel Summits, so we're gonna get penises for claws, right? Everybody's down with that? All right.
Ching.
Yeah. No more snick. It's gonna be.
Me to use black heroin storm drain.
Yeah, I'm convinced that's the.
Now, as the creator of Captain Dildo, I might have to send you a cease and desist.
Oh man!
Oh no!
People are always telling you to stop with the dildo.
Yeah, always. First the cops, now Randy.
They only go where they're needed.
The dildo or the cop?
Ooh.
Take your pick.
Sorry. Stop being political. This is about Indie Volt Revolt.
Stop being political. This is about dildos.
This book is family friendly. I have to tell you, there's a little harsh language, but for the most part, it's very PG-13, except for maybe Jake's story. So,
what? What now?
No, just kidding. He does have a car exploding in it, though. That is awesome.
That's an awesome explosion. I love that explosion.
Yeah, that panel is awesome. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't think that it's an explosion. It's more like a combustion.
It's a combustion.
Yeah, it feels more like a combustion rather than an explosion.
It's a whoosh.
Yeah,
it's a whoosh.
It's an exbustion.
I'm excited now.
Someday I'm going to do a comic story and use all of Don Martin's old sound effects. Just to do it. Don Martin from Mad.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy that made all those sound effects.
Yeah.
Yeah. He did
just to do it.
Like 1,000. Did they ever compile those in a book, Randy?
Yeah, there's a 2-volume set of all of the work he did for the regular Mad magazine.
This man must have sat back and just thought about sounds and drew them all the time and made sound effects and
you'd be amazed. Somebody like that, it was probably just off the top of his head. It would be funny for twang twang would be funny. And that's what he wrote.
What sound is I don't know, smacking someone on the ass make? Yeah.
It all depends on if it's a wet ass or not.
I seen someone just pat his voice say pat, and I'm like pat.
Like,
that's not
It's also got to depend on the ass too, because if it's a big one, you might have to smack. Whoop. So you
smack the ass and ride the wave in. Wait, I'm not sure that's a smack or someone's fapping. What's going on?
That was just a belt.
Man. Yeah. I'm convinced some sound effects need to be cuss words too. Yeah. Like they don't put enough embellishment on cuss words in comics. Like when I say "damn," it's not. You can't write that. That needs to be embellished with letters and fonts. Maybe some italicized. Like it's a damn rather than a damn. You got it. Cuss words need some love in comics. I think I'll make a whole book of cuss words, and they're gonna be nice. And I'll make a PDF book and sell. That'd be the next thing from Indie Volt. Swear words.
Onomatopoeia.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
That could be Shocker Comics' next alphabet book.
Yeah.
Hey, it's for asshole.
The ABCs of expletives.
Yeah. ABC is for
There you go.
Yeah.
Could just call it cuss. That would be great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The ABCs of cuss.
I swear this is the worst book ever. I swear.
Awesome.
Yeah, I think I'm clear. I want to co-write, says Nita. Yeah, Nita could be great for co-writing that one.
Oh yeah.
Creator says, Nita says, somebody pat me, I'm walking. Somebody pat me, I'm walking. Creator's Outlet says, damn, yeah, you gotta put some effort into that.
Here.
Yeah.
Like mother, like if I have to really I have to really mad to say mother effort.
Yeah. Yeah.
Otherwise it's muff. Muff. Yes, muff.
Well, the problems are extending when we come to like the end territory, but we're not going to discuss that.
Knob.
Oh,
yeah,
there you go.
That's a silent one.
Yeah,
nice.
I've taken a couple bell-ins. I have. Look at this fucking bell-in, and they're like
Belenzia. It's somewhere in West London, I think.
You fucking donkey. And you know what's messed up is the donkeys will piss you off. Fucking doesn't hurt you. It's like, did you call me a donkey? I'll take this from you, Ramsey.
Donkey.
It's like those midday R-rated movies where they bleep out the wrong word. Ass.
Yeah. I remember I remember the first time they let the S word go in wrestling. Kevin Nash was like, Bret Hart, you're a piece of shit. And I'm like, he said shit.
He said
on
that's
TNT.
Bret Hart.
Yeah. And I'm like, I listen, I understand Bret Hart was a great wrestler, but I was a Sting fan, and I was convinced that Bret had stole Sting's move, the Scorpion Deathlock. And I did not like Bret for that. I felt Bret was ripping my boy the Stinger off. And it's okay. Look, I've grown to like Bret Hart. I've grown to like and admire his work as a wrestler. In fact, I got a chance to watch his last match. I didn't know it was going to be his last match when Goldberg kicked his head clean off, and his subconscious landed somewhere in the 5th row.
Wow!
And he stopped wrestling shortly after that. He was like, "Nope, I'm good."
We got your wrestling in the 90s, and it's completely different to the British wrestling. British wrestling was kind of done in some seedy hangar somewhere in the East End of London or somewhere up north after a darts tournament.
Mm-hmm.
And there'd be old women in the crowd screaming at them, "You get your weak down! You're a bad man, stop it!" Yeah, all that shit. A big fat guy.
Sorry.
We had a guy called Shirley Crabtree, who was Big Daddy, and he always used to have haystacks. He was another big fat blob, and they just bump into each other in the middle of the ring. These big sweaty old guys, and it was nowhere near the pomp and ceremony that we got when wrestling turned up from the States.
We used to have that kind of wrestling up here back in the 50s.
Yeah, well, that sounds
Bobo
about
Brazil
right.
and that, yeah,
big, 1980s,
big burly
Britain
guys,
was about 30 years behind.
In black and white, throwing people around like sumo wrestlers.
Yeah. Couldn't make up the mind if it was sumo wrestling or wrestling.
No, there was no difference really.
Yeah. I've told the story before, but when I was 18, I suffered delusions of grandeur and said, I'm going to be a wrestler. And I started going to Thunder Zone Wrestling to train me. And what Thunder Zone Wrestling would do is you pay them, they teach you. And it was $50 a week. But what they didn't tell you is that at the moment you paid, you were now a professional wrestler and will be using the weekly shows. So, imagine my surprise when it was like, I get a call and says, "Hey, you want to come and we're having a Royal Rumble. You want to come?" And I'm like, I just learned how to tie up yesterday. And they're like, it's fine. It's fine. You just go, you'll get in the ring, you'll throw some punches, you'll get slammed, thrown over the rope. And I'm like, okay. Now no one had told me, I should have asked a question. It's more questions like, how am I going over the rope? Is this going to be like, am I going to get clotheslined over the rope? Am I going to get, flung by the back of my head over the rope? Is the fucker going to pick me up overhead and throw me out the ring? Which way am I going out? And luckily, I was just clotheslined out the ring, but
That's
Give
all
some
right.
artistic direction somewhere.
Yeah, but it was. I went to school with Zach Gowen. Zach Gowen, who's the one leg wrestler, and I remember looking at my good friend who went to wrestling school with me, and I looked at him and I said, "That kid there is gonna make it WWE before we do."
It was a one-leg wrestler.
Yeah, his name is Zach Gowen, and
But he always just picked on the one leg.
Well, yeah, and he was like, and sure as shit, 3 years later, guess who walks out on WWE Raw? Zach Gowen, and I'm like, I trained with Zach, and so it's kind of cool when I see Zach Gowen. I'm like, do you remember me? And he's like, no.
You make me wonder if that's what happened to the green. What happens with the green shirts of the Harlem Globetrotters? They like sign up to learn how to shoot basketball, and then hey, y'all come on in. Next thing you know, they're getting their asses handed to them by freaking professionals.
It might be. I was a wrestler for about. Well, it depends. I mean, I gave it up for like a week or two, then went back. I got tired of driving. 400, 500, 600 miles for like, $40-$50. I mean, there's no lie when they tell you that, you're getting a hot dog and a handshake after a match. They're telling the truth. But the idea is that,
and yet you're in indie comics.
Yeah, same thing.
I was about to say, sounded like a comic book convention to me.
Yeah, there's not a lot of physical pain now.
Oh, that's good.
My
it's all
concussions
emotional
are from
scarring.
Yeah, my concussions are from getting sloppy drunk in my hotel room and falling. Now, but it was for me. It was driving all those miles, and then the idea they tell you is, hey, listen, scouts are gonna be here, and you're like, scouts, whoop-de-woo, and you jump in your car and you drive down 600 miles to nowhere, and you pull into this little place, and you're like, ain't no fucking scouts here.
Boy Scouts.
Yeah.
In this backyard, are you shitting me?
Yeah.
Probably some Girl Scouts.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. No.
No, I'm not buying the cookies.
Yeah. Due to conditions of my parole, I cannot wrestle tonight because you have the Girl Scouts here. I am leaving. Goodbye. No. But
I found out yesterday that Joe Rogan is shorter than me. I'm quite happy about that.
Yeah, you said that.
Yeah, he's only tiny.
That's a match I like to see.
5'7".
I can see that. I can see you versus Joe Rogan, Russ.
Yeah. I'd give it a go.
How many centimeters?
How many centimeters? I don't know.
I don't speak imperial. I don't speak imperial.
If you don't speak imperial, you're not going to be part of the colony, and it's as simple as that.
It sucks, man.
That's the way it is with Nina. She's like, wait a minute, how tall is that? And it's like, Nina, I don't know. Hold on, I gotta get the calculator. I'm like, look, I don't learn the centimeter shit. We won the wars.
What the wars for these measures?
I could do you. I'll be a minute.
We won the wars. I got a question. How about this, guys? New Indie Vote show. Creator versus creator. An octagon, 2 pairs of boxing gloves, and let them fight it out.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yeah,
you pay me to fly out.
I thought that's what Indie Mania was all about. Only we were going to do it with action figures.
I think that's about 170 centimeters. 5 foot.
100 and what now?
70 centimeters.
Okay, that's fairly short. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. So
just a 185 centimeters.
Wait a minute. Let me look this up.
While he's looking that up, it's only 7 hours left, ladies and gentlemen, for the Indie Revolt sequential art collection. Once this is done, it will not be going on demand, and it's done. We're going to close it out. We're going to print it up. We're going to ship it out. So this is Arrow Comics return to publishing. This is over 27 great creators on that. I think the actual count's 29 or even 30 at this point. It's at least 130 pages thick, probably 150 before we're all done. And we're looking for more backers on this book before we go out. So it's only 7 hours left to take a look at that campaign over on Indiegogo. It's the Indie Vote Revolt sequential art collection.
Now, Nina tells me the centimeters is a much more cleaner system. And I've discovered that I am 157 centimeters tall.
Oh, wow.
So
that sounds like a lot.
It's not.
It's not. But it sounds like it.
Yeah.
And,
Exactly. In this corner, fueled by Flint, Michigan water. Yeah.
I'm just over 180. 182.
With a lead level of over 1,500.
We can, you know, Russ. I'm starting a new series here, and I'm sorry, you guys, you're gonna deal with it. I'm trying to find how to make money on Indie Vault, and I've decided that I'm gonna, you know, whore all you guys out.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
Here it is.
Shit.
Yeah, here it is.
This
The
is what he
Indie
thinks
Vault-
of all the time, folks.
That's right.
Yeah.
Indie Vault, the creator series. So I'm making, so since I got to stay on Lee Hot Toy, I'm making hot toys of everyone. And I found one, Russ, that looks like you. He doesn't have the beard, but let me see if I can find. I know I saved it.
It's
So
just
hold
an egg.
Just an egg.
An egg with a hat on.
Let me see if I can find it. Ah, there we go.
Just call me Mayo. Egg mayo.
No. I have it here, and it's gonna be awesome. It's gonna be the Russ Leach hot Indie Vault exclusive hot toy. We're gonna put this together. We're gonna put them on a hat and everything. Might come off a drawing board, maybe if I can spring for that. Of course, hot toys are expensive, folks. They're expensive. You gotta pay for them. You gotta pay through the nose. But here we go. Here is the Russ Leach head sculpt.
What'd you do? You put that on the end of your pen or something?
No, it goes on the action figure's body.
Oh, right, nice.
Yeah. It'll be like 12 feet, 12 inches tall.
Does it come with a little bottle of Jack Daniels?
We can get that. That's
the extra. Yeah, it comes with a hat, a bottle of Jack Daniels, and a pen.
I
think that'd be pretty cool. Yeah,
we can do that. I mean,
Joe wants to know if we can afford Michael Buffer in Judge Mills Lane.
We can try.
Probably not.
I don't know any of those names.
I can get close to it.
Yeah, neither.
Michael Buffer is the guy who stands in the middle of the ring and goes, "Let's get ready to
rumble."
Yeah.
No, over here it's called Ant and Deck.
What?
Over here, sorry. Anybody who's in Britain now is going, "Oh, yeah, it's funny." Everybody else is going, "What the hell is he on about?"
Exactly. Remember, kids, we're rated TV MA DLSV. Now, what was it called?
Just in case.
Yeah, just in case.
There's the bodies, by the way.
Oh, I wish I had a body like that. Look at that. That's ripped. That's ripped.
So.
Look at those lats.
I don't know. Get it off the screen. I feel emasculated right now.
It's obvious it's been doing steroids. Just look at the size of its head.
We could get.
It has no genitalia left.
They have some different bodies now that have the skeleton structure inside, and like there's musculature under, so there's no seams.
Blimey.
And they're a little bit more like they're like $300 for the bodies, but they got a good Brontosaurus here.
Rawr, look at that. He really
has...
looks like he's straining.
Yeah,
that man has no neck.
But yeah, so we'll use.
Put him back up again. I need your clothes and your shoes.
And your motorcycle.
I need
your motorcycle.
And your motorcycle because I need to shit.
Quickly, get to the chopper.
Well, that's the body type we're gonna give Russ's figure. People will be upset. They'll be like, this isn't
that one's closer than the other one, but you got to keep going, I think.
You mean to tell me that you haven't secured view-twos of us? Varian, for shame.
Yeah, I'm trying to NFT you guys.
No, U2s.
U2s?
Yes, those are YouTube miniature figures.
Oh.
Yeah, they look like a luxury item of a Funko Pop version, but way better.
I didn't know that.
They had what's called like tubers at one time, didn't they?
Yeah.
That was kind of like all the different YouTube influencers.
Yes.
Brian K. Morris wishes everyone to know, despite the rumors, I did not pose for that model.
I could tell because none of them had a fez on.
There we are. I just figured it was the mutton chops that gave it away.
Yes, none of them. That would be unfortunately, I can't find one that fits me and my caramel complected skin tone. They're all either working in the field all day, and they've darkened up completely, or they're white. So I'm a little lost for what kind of figure I'll end up getting, but I'm upset about it. I wanted to make myself a figure, because how can I pick on you guys if I can't make fun of myself? You know. But then again,
that's a great hat.
I'm kind of getting used to not picking on myself and picking on you guys. You know, I'm getting kind of thin-skinned. Oh, also. I want the hair of the person who put that image up. By the way, Lola's new boots are coming. I've ordered them for her. She doesn't like them, but she's gonna wear them. From the Rob Liefeld collection, I say. Tell me what you guys think. Tell Lola she's wrong for not liking these. They're leather. They're boots. Here we go.
And they have holsters.
They have fantastic pouches. That's what they have. Look at that. Get those on.
Getting started.
Oh, those are pouches and not holsters. Oh, my mistake.
Get those on now.
Please. It's been too long.
Just those. Just those.
It's been since Christmas.
Jake misses those boots.
Hold on. Oh, but no, I was taking a screenshot.
Oh, okay, there you go. There you go.
Screenshots, that's just basic. Webbings.
I told her,
is where it's at.
I said, okay, we're gonna get these boots. She's like, where am I gonna wear them?
Well,
like there might be a zombie apocalypse, and you'd be happy you got those pouches. What the hell's going on, Jake?
Jake,
no,
what are you doing?
No,
put that down. You'll go blind.
No, I'm sorry, Mayor. I did not mean to do that.
What the hell was that? There's a snark. Is someone?
No, not the eye contact. No.
That's the best part. Don't you know, Ross?
Ryan Morris says, okay, or anyway, my congratulations for your campaign, guys. Wish I could stay to invade. We'd let you on too, Brian, if you wanted.
Yeah.
Come on in. It's that kind of night.
Yeah. Come on in, Brian, and say hello.
We had a really good time on his Rising Tide Publications. Never mind the Furthermore this morning. It was good.
Oh, yeah.
It's a good time.
And by the way, I know I said this in a private chat, but I have an absolutely staggering amount of pornography on my computer. I'm just scrolling in like, wow.
What's your size?
And like some of it I don't remember downloading. I'm just like, am I on autopilot at night? Like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Marby's wife wants to let him know she is watching him.
Oh,
hello, Linda. Hope you're having a good evening.
Always watching.
Always
you.
watching.
I got friends in low places. I'm gonna stop singing a song for copyright reasons.
Now, Marv, you lucked out. You got this is taking a dark turn. Why am I not on here? Marv, your wife supports you in your artistic endeavors. Why do you think that because we got people to write in and say, my wife doesn't like the fact that I draw, or we have the wives that write in and say, tell this fucker he can't make a living drawing.
We have had that too.
That's harsh. Critic. Harsh critic.
You're lucky. You know. How did you know? How did you tell her that you were preparing for a life in the arts? How did she take it?
No, I don't. I work in a factory. So right now, yeah.
Still doesn't know he plans on.
Yeah, I want to do it. So let's hope for the best. I'm going to try to finish. I'm going to finish the Sin Killer, and then I'm going to be crazy about the stuff that I'm creating. I'm writing right now, and I'm creating. I have two more characters and a couple of short stories, and I have The Witch, and I hope to be able to provide the income necessary for.
Outside of that, while you're doing that, you've got a full-time job, okay, and you're doing your art, which takes a lot of time. So she's supporting you in that way by not giving you a hard time about the fact that you're spending a lot of time with your art. I mean, that's the first level of support, isn't it? Just giving you the time you need.
Yeah, she's been 22 years. 22 years supporting me. So I'm trying to live by my art for 22 years, and she's been there all the time. So I haven't been able to do that, but she's always there. So that's great. That's awesome.
And for a good preview of Marv's work, you can look for, I believe it's 8 pages inside of the Indie Revolt book that we're closing out the campaign on now over on Indiegogo. Please go over there and take a look.
Get yourself over there, buy a copy now. We'll send the boys round.
Please go buy the book. They promised to let my cat go if you buy the book.
Not feed it? Wow.
They promised.
Scrupulous. Cheapskates.
Yeah, we are. Yeah. No, I'm not putting that up there. That's a horrible picture. I put that up there. I'll never be forgiven. However, I did want to tell everyone this. But that, in comics, it's very small. It is really a small industry, a small network of people. And it's there are pockets of people who don't know each other. And we've tried for a long time to bring those people together. Hey, who is this over here? Let's meet them and bring them out and put them on the network. And I really do like doing that.
Thank you, Creators Outlet.
It's William. Thank you. That's what we continue to strive for. Being able to go into different pockets of our industry and say, hey, we like what you guys are doing. Come on our show and tell everybody about it. We try not to be. You have to be a real asshole not to come on Indie Vote. I'm talking about like a real asshole. And there is one in particular who wrote a book who sneaks on here apparently. Mr. Jake Twister. No, he doesn't.
Stinch Backmaker? Huh?
Yeah. Stinch can't come on.
Oh, that piece of shit.
Yeah. Stinch is horrible.
Persona non grata. Okay.
Yeah, he's first
he
of
can
all,
enjoy the occupation and con for all that I care.
I don't know if you guys know this, but Stinch actually he opens bags of chips in the supermarket and just walks off.
And pisses in them too.
He just lets them go stay. I'm like, what a fucking asshole!
Couldn't even eat him. Just goes to their dumpsters.
And just in time, we had Brian K. Morris. So the group, Brian, how are you? He's licking his tongue. He's sticking his finger in the air. He's not saying anything.
Measuring the weather conditions.
Yeah, I'm being. I hear Varian addressing me. What is this now? Over and over, I'm hearing my name. Asshole. Where's Brian? Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
Are we available for radio yet?
We are on the radio. Right now, cat numbers at 42-110. 42. Yeah. I was at 42 1110. I guess I had 11 10. 11.
Yes. For our radio audience, we want to welcome you and tell you you're listening to a special edition of the Indie Volt radio podcast. We are closing out the Indie Volt Revolt Indiegogo campaign right now. There's less than 7 hours left to go on it. We have 61 backers. We've more than met our goal. The book's coming out, and a lot of the folks that are here are contributors to that book. So maybe we should go around the room and introduce ourselves. So I am your co-host tonight. I'm Randy Zimmerman. I'm a longtime alternative and independent comic producer, freelancer, done everything in the American comic direct market, independent market that you can imagine, including retailing and creating conventions. So, and right now I'm working real hard on bringing Aero Comics 4.0 back out to the direct market with product for the retailers to sell and for folks to read and be entertained by. And deeply appreciate everybody who has contributed and who's bought in or backed the Revolt book. It's Aero Comics Return to Publishing, and we appreciate each and every one of you. And thanks a lot, you everyone out there, for listening. Varian?
Hello, everybody. My name is Varian Grant. I am the founder of IndieVolt Media LLC. Started making comics 2008, and I am here because comics are awesome. Says Keanu Reeves. That's what he told me, and
he told you from the bathroom. Here it is.
Comics are awesome.
There you go.
They're awesome. So yeah, and here to close out this campaign, like Randy said, we desperately need you guys to go in there and help kick it over the finish line. Whatever you can do. There's a gentleman who had made a sign for us. Here's a sign. There you go. So spread some cheese on Randy, and I can say game with it. I bet you guys will return the favor, you mother. You'll all be canceled by the end of the night. But yeah, so happy to be here, and my shadow, Lola, is here.
I am here. I'm Lola, the Indie Princess, and I am the EIC over at indievault.com, and I'm the creator and writer of lore. And the better half of us, too.
There you go. Yep.
That's true.
Also with us tonight is Russ Leach. Russ, introduce yourself.
My name's Russ Leach. I am the Comic Book Black Belt. You can find me on YouTube as the Comic Book Black Belt if you want to find out how I produce comics when I'm not busy shouting at parked cars or drinking Jack Daniels late at night with some weirdos from America. But that's where I love to be, because I'm now part of Arrow Comics, and you've got to find out more about Arrow Comics, more about this fantastic IndieVolt book. Go back it right now, and you can find out more about my book, Only Death Can Save Us, coming out via Arrow Comics later on in the year. And if you want to grab yourself a copy of the VIP version, it's up on Indiegogo. It's not there for long. You can find out about that at onlydeathcansaveus.com, and you can find out more about my work, like things like Doctor Who, Ben 10, and the Marvel stuff I've done over at russleach.com or comicbookblackbelt.com, and all the usual places like the Twatter and the Fleece. But I'll see you there.
And also in the Revolt book, Russ has a 7-page story featuring his character War in the middle of a bar fight.
Yeah, it's just a big bar fight. You love that stuff. You know you do. That's why we read comics. Everybody loves a big fight, big cosmic Barney. That's what we love in Britain. A big cosmic Barney. There you go. Grab your Barney in Indie Revolt right now. I was Compos Mentis when I started, but I've had 3 glasses of Jack Daniels, so I'm blathering like a fool right now.
And it's
blathering like a bot. What?
Yeah. I'm gonna drink some more now.
It's almost 3 a.m. where you're at as well.
Right? No, it's 1:45. I've got some time before I pass out.
Okay. Cool. Russ also has a cover on cover set A. He did a cover for us for the IndieVolt Revolt book, which is fantastic. A big melee cover, almost like a large and super large fight scene for that as well. Yeah. Also with a story in the book is Mr. Jake Twister. Jake, introduce yourself.
Entering the witching hour and 7 beers in, you listening to IndieVolt Revolt with Jake Twister as a guest. And I am contributing to IndieVolt Revolt with the story Detective Ted Tired in Tea Party for Two, which is a thrill ride of a car chase scene with my insomniac detective Ted Tired. Oh, and you can find me on Twitter at jtwister.com. No, not jtwister.com. What am I saying? Jtwister, at jtwister. And I'm resident jester and cadaver.
Okay. And also with a that's an 8-page preview, right? Eight page starting it's almost like a prologue for your story, The Sin Killer, as Marv. Introduce yourself to the radio audience.
Hi, I'm Marv. I'm the creator of The Sin Killer. You can find the 8-page preview in the Indie Vault Revolt anthology, and it's done by me, and Ricardo Ferreira did the inks. I did.
Let me enlarge that so that everybody can see it here. There we go. There we are.
This is from the anthology.
Yeah.
This is in black and white, done by me. The pencils and inked by Ricardo Ferreira, a buddy of mine who helped me since day one too. And it was very fun doing it. And I have to thank you guys for letting me have my first credit as a comic book creator. If you want to find out more about The Sin Killer, you can hashtag The Sin Killer comic book on Instagram and Facebook.
Linda says, sometimes I get jealous because of Marvy's drawings, because he spends less time with me. I'm kidding. I want him to be able to make one of his dreams come true, to be known through his comic books. Yeah, that's everybody here has that same dream. So
yeah,
thank you very much, Linda. Yeah. Thanks for being a part of this as well. So, and thanks, Marv, a lot for doing that. You'd start one of the I believe your story is right in front, just as you open one of the front covers.
Wow!
Each issue of I'm pretty sure that's where you're sitting. Yeah, each issue of the Revolt book is a flip book, so there's actually it's almost like two books smashed into one with two front covers. You'll go in one way, at least 65, 70, maybe even more pages, by 75 by the time we're done. And then you'll close that book, you'll turn it over to another front cover and go in again. Just as many pages inside, just as much stories, all short stories, beginning, middle, and ends, all great, complete reading. You don't have to have read any other book in order to enjoy the Revolt book. Just sit back and enjoy a group of great short stories. So, and also with a short story in the book is C. Michael Lanning, who does the artwork on a short story about karma. C, introduce yourself.
Hi, I'm C. Michael Lanning, independent artist. I've done work with Silverline, Continuum Comics, and of course, Karma and Indie Vault. Also co-anchor on Weekended and Geek Speaks on Monday, where we talk about comics and random internet shows. So every once in a while, I'll show up. You always find me on Facebook, Twitter.
Just pop in.
Yeah, just pop in. You know. Yeah. Oh, it's that guy again. Oh, golly, no.
Speaking of that guy, we're also joined by Brian K. Morris.
Hi there.
Brian, introduce yourself to our radio audience, please.
Well, I helped back the book, so I'm kind of involved. I think Randy and Varian have me on just to drive home the fact I'm not in. But if you folks post right now, if I could get 440 of you to contribute at the $500 level, maybe I'll write a story for the book. Okay,
there's no $500 level.
There'll be a $500 level, and you can contribute. Unfortunately, you send it to me.
Yeah.
Okay, and anyway, we'll work it out between us. But no, I'm Brian K. Morris. I do write comic books every now and then. I write books that are like comic books. I do a lot of new pulp, and I broadcast a lot on the Rising Tide Broadcast Network. And I appreciate being here. This is a lot of fun.
Well, we're just here to have a good time and to celebrate the closing out of the book. And like you said, you did back it. We appreciate that. Very good.
You messed up, Randy.
What?
Now that we're on the radio, we get questions.
Cool.
Oh dear.
Well,
I love the question.
And I gave my real name. Oh crap.
and with Russ about to pass out, you're bound to get great answers.
Yeah.
There is a saying in Sweden about this whole thing: a drunk man's words are the sober man's thoughts. So
yeah, there you go.
Shit, yeah.
So we're at an impasse right now, Russ. We better head off to bed right now.
And this question comes from Long Dick Giraffe. And
he gave his real name too, I'm sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, that's got to be his real name.
First name Long Dick.
Artistic name.
That's
First
Dick
name
with
Long.
a Q and a U in it, isn't it? We all
no, there's long Dick, Dicked, long Dick the giraffe.
Oh, Dicked.
Yeah, Dicked.
Okay.
Yeah, he's.
Is that something special for giraffes? I thought all giraffes were long dicked. I'm sorry.
Well, normally you have a long neck of giraffe, but long dick. That's
Maybe you can pick them out. You know, like the shorter the neck.
Yeah, you watch
long neck is code.
Fuck! I just imagine dick fingered giraffes now. Fuck. Why did I do that? Damn it!
You just you can imagine that you're sitting there. Hey guys, watch Jeffrey over there. He'll walk right over you and you slap you with that. Yeah.
He's gonna knock you out.
Yeah.
Oh man, that's how I wanted to think about the Toys R Us giraffe. Thank you.
Could you imagine you go home?
Exactly. It's Jeffrey. Here he comes. It's not Dick Jeffrey.
I'll never see one of those old commercials the same again.
Could you imagine coming home from work and your wife is like, I heard you got hurt today, sweetheart. You're like, yeah. What happened? Fucking Jeffrey hit me in the head with his dick. Again. Yeah. I'm concussed.
Done been
That's it. I'm
concussed.
getting a drink.
Done been concussed. Anyway, so Long Dick the Giraffe asks, why is it that indie creators seem to have a issue putting out comics sequentially? Okay, wow, sequentially. Is that the right word? Sequentially? Sequentially. Instead of maybe putting out one book every 2 years, how about putting out one a year, a trade paperback, one a year? So basically what he's saying is that if your month is March, then every March you're gonna go for a new book.
Yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Yeah. I can see I can see that. I have no problem with that.
I think the problem is you've got several layers of indie, haven't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeffrey from Toys R Us now working for Adam and Eve.
Yeah, Jeff, you've got several layers of indie.
Childhood. Oh man.
You've got indie that is like, I don't know, the corporate indie, like Dark Horse or Image or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Then you've got indie that's like a layer down where there will be some organizational efforts. Some people might even be full-time. And then you've got people that are working, a proper job rather than the things we do. And they're trying to get out books as well. And it's not easy. That's what I think that's what it comes down to, really. It's about time and about life. And if you're an indie creator, then you don't have the backup of a large, production company or publisher to guarantee things coming out on a regular basis. But
Very
what
true.
do I know?
That's it.
What do you know? You've just been in the business for 20 years?
Yeah, I've been in publishing for an awful long time.
Yeah.
But I've only been drawing comics in anger since 2010. But I know my way around publishing and around production and design and production studios. And it's none of this is easy.
Yeah.
None of this is easy to get out on time. It requires real sort of coal-faced stuff. You've got to be up against it, doing the work. And if you've already got a job, it's hard. It's really hard. It's much harder. It really is.
Mm-hmm.
That shit sucks, man.
From the desk of a small press publisher, people like me who have a 9 to 5 only to avoid people to make comics.
Yeah.
I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with that. Like if I knew the audience was gonna be there, but then the thing is, we also, I maybe I'm speaking for myself here, but I guess the rest of you have that. There's other ideas you have, and you want to do those. So that one comic a year thing kind of doesn't happen for you. Like, oh, okay, I finished this one. I got to work on another book. I got this other idea I want to do, and I'll get back to that one. I'll do the sequel.
But it's also about making money.
Yeah.
I mean, I did my first book last year through one reason or another. Last year had a silver lining for me, and I got my first book of my own, completely on my own out. But I had to do everything. Okay, so there's no way I'm going to get another one out in like a couple of months later. It's going to take me at least 6 months to turn around and get another one out if I'm doing it on my own. So I'm going for exactly the same time. I'm doing my next campaign launch 1st of September, identical to last year. I wanted it earlier in the summer, but do you know what? I got a gig. So I've got to do those gigs for, I've got to do the business first and make sure that they're done. And I've even scheduled them in so that I can come back and start my campaign in 1st of September and start my own comic book in July, August, so that I can turn around the first part of it so that it can go off to Arrow for next year's publishing. There's always something.
Yeah.
And you've got to keep paying the bills at the same time. It's tough.
And shall we call him LD or long dicked?
Yeah.
LD, the thing you need to remember is that especially when the independents and the alternatives in the crowdfunding end of it, this is still a very fresh market. And we're still coming off of 30 long, disgusting years, quite honestly, from my opinion, of Pavlovian distribution to the retailers, where everybody's been trained. A comic book is this big, it's this size, it's this thick, it fits this bag, it goes into this board. So doing and creating an entire graphic novel, an entire trade is a Herculean task in itself, let alone breaking that kind of Pavlovian training. So you're still going to see people doing saddle stitch 32-page backed comics out there in crowdfunding as they slowly realize, especially now with the way the shipping costs are, how much more valuable it is to do a square bound book with a thicker page count, with better production values, and jump into trades. I think you're seeing more and more crowdfunding turning into that direction, especially with the feedback that we've been getting. The folks that have been writing in complaining that they don't want to pay $10 for a 32-page comic. I think you're seeing the system slowly evolve and change into graphic novel format, where you are going to see creators kicking 1 or 2 books out a year.
And I mean, I'll look, or they could be like me. They could put 1 book out every 10 years. The Scorsese of comics, that's me.
Well, not everybody's building a media empire either. So
no.
Very wings.
Yeah, I hope to sell. I'm telling you guys, I'm trying to reach like villainy and godhood before I'm like 45. So again, I keep having this idea that someone's gonna look at me and say, "Varian, what happened to you? You used to make art," and I want to turn to them and say, "Like, I still make things. Now I make money. Be gone. Leave me. Leave me.
Be gone, Jeffrey. Be gone, Jeffrey.
Yeah. I used to work at Toys R Us, and they kept the Jeffrey costume in the break room, which was unfortunate.
In a locked room eventually.
Yeah, and lock room eventually, yeah, because we would go in that thing and put the Jeffrey costume on and walk around the store and hump on each other and look at me, I'm freaky Jeffrey, give me that ass, and
I'm having nightmares tonight. I know it.
Yeah.
Welcome to Indie Vault. See,
I secretly remember putting on the costume, walk around. You don't want to grow up, motherfucker. And
now they after a while they just kept it in the locker.
Yeah, and Lola remembers because after a while, remember they took the costume out. They're like, these motherfuckers are walking around the store with the costume on at night, humping on each other. One of them was stealing, like the Jeffrey costume. Give me these Power Rangers. These are mine. Yeah, I'm Jeffrey. It was cool. It was cool. Man. I don't want to grow up. I'm Toys R Us kid. I'm gonna go hump the register.
At least it kept the guys checking the security cameras the next day. Something to look at.
Yeah,
it was okay.
Yeah, why is Jeffrey pissing by the bay door? Jeffrey just goes,
hello, corporate office. I'm afraid Jeffrey's drunk again tonight.
Kicking boxes. Fuck these kids. That was me. Jeffrey was no joke. Hey yo, hey
Hex Allen says, "Hey yo."
Hey yo.
Joe says, Joe D. McPhee says, one comic a year, people will forget you and the IP unless it has an instant following. I write 6 to 7 issues in advance, but only have time to make 2 to 3 a year.
But Joe, now with the internet and being able to constantly get out there and stream and get in their faces and maybe drop or drip some new content, they don't have to really forget about you, especially if you can tie in, hey, guys, follow me on YouTube. I make you weekly videos. And I'm offering this. If you follow me on YouTube, I'm gonna put a coupon out, a coupon code that you can go get, $2 off the book when it does launch. We can make sure that we still get that fan base and keep them, because I got a book that the guy puts out one every 2 years, and I'm eagerly awaiting the next one just so I can stop buying them. The third one, I'm done. That motherfucker let me down. He let me down spiritually. But anyway,
But you think before you even put it out, you're like 2 or 3 months into promoting it before you even put it out to get bought.
Yeah,
it's out there to get bought for about 2 months. So that's 5 months there, and you're not really going a whole full year without hearing from the person. So,
yeah, especially if you're crowdfunding, you can that 5 months you can go in there and hey everybody, it's me. I'm back to beg for more money.
The thing with like comics creators is that they need to find a sweet spot, and then that they're regularly active with not only their following but constantly gaining new followers in a sense, and that's sort of hard to like carry on solo. And at the same time, they have to produce works that are sustainably like creating passive income in a sense. So like have multiple income streams set up for you. And try to like make either crowdfunding in the ways of like Patreon or Ko-fi or Subscribestar for that matter, or sell your products at Gumroad or such.
Or going straight to my website now and going to the shop link and being able to pick up an Only Death Can Save Us t-shirt.
Or Shopify too, if you got
cool.
Now,
or a mug, even.
Wait, you got t-shirts? What?
I got it.
Yeah, and you know what I've seen, guys. Did you mean to mute yourself? You're muted, yeah.
Yes and no.
Okay. I went to go buy a book from an artist, a creator that I know, and I went to go buy his book, and I could not find it, brothers. Sorry, I'm doing an impression. I could not find the book, brothers, and I said I can't find this book, so I took Lola out into the woods, brothers, and I'm just kidding. Anyway, I need a screen moving behind me. But I went to buy the book, and I could not find the book on their website or anything. What they had there is said, "Hey, you can check the book out over on my Patreon, but it's gonna cost you. You can't get it right away now. So I could get the PDF for like $30." Not $30. It was like $30. I got some other stuff too. You get some other stuff, and I'm like, well, what the fuck? I don't want to pay. But if I wanted the book, I had to be a patron subscriber for like 6 months at like $10 or $15 a month. If I and then I could at 6 months I could say, hey, could you send me, the books, please? I was like, fuck that. So I looked on eBay. And no one on eBay had the book at an affordable price, but the publisher had the book. And I found that the publisher for cheap. I'm like, oh yeah, fuck, I'll buy it here. I wanted to put money in the creator's pocket, but I couldn't do that. I bought 2 books yesterday. Yeah.
That's the trouble with things like Patreon. I understand why people do it, and I understand it does work for some people. I do appreciate that, and I know that it isn't begging. Okay, but my boomer brain, my son said, like he told me about 2 years ago, go to Patreon and people give you money. I'm like, no, don't be silly. But they do. But it does take us. You've got to give credit where credit's due. People on Patreon who do promote themselves well and get people to invest in them via Patreon. It's not something I was able to do. I just couldn't. I couldn't drum it up. It didn't work for me. And it didn't work for me anywhere. But as soon as I started actually producing a specific item as in a graphic novel, things started to work. Obviously, Indiegogo is a great thing, but it's not just that. You have to be present.
Yeah.
And you have to get exactly like Jake's saying, you have to be out there and people knowing who you are and getting to know you. And the only way to do that is to show your face.
Yeah,
the world's different now.
I had to buy a book the other day too. I was buying books. So I bought 3 books yesterday. Wow. Okay, so yeah. And one of the other books I was told, hey, you got to contact that guy on Patreon too, and I was able to find them. But I don't want to put people's business out there. But there's a creator who's doing very well on Patreon. He's bringing in $4,702 a month.
Good Lord.
On Patreon.
Yeah.
Good Lord.
I love it.
What's he doing for it?
I have no idea. I'll send you the link.
Check out. It's Patreon.
No, it's dirty money. Stop.
I want to draw nude. Look at my dick.
I don't get it. I'm working my nuts off at the moment. Okay.
A lot of times,
I don't get how people are doing it.
I've seen a lot of times on Patreon, they're actually doing like tutorials and stuff like that. That's what I've seen people with thousands, and they're doing tutorials of digital art and things like that. But don't feel bad. I mean, Neil Adams only had 6 Patreons. So, so you look at that and you go, oh, okay, well, we're good.
Okay, fair enough. Yeah.
So does.
Yeah, that's cool. That's pretty good. No, I don't do tutorials because I've seen a lot of tutorials online, and very few of them are actually decent tutorials. A lot of the time, when you see people doing the tutorial and you see how it ends up, you think, why am I watching this? It's why would I want to draw like that? But there are a few people that are utterly superb.
Yeah.
But most of the time you're like, you're siphoning through dross on the YouTube thinking, why am I listening to this person tell me how to use a pen? But who are you? Show me something that you've done that really makes me want to use a pen like you use a pen, or whatever you're doing at the time, and so I don't have that arrogance in me to think that other people would want to draw exactly like me, or think that what I do is some kind of tutorial. So instead, what I do is I just put my process up and say, if you think this is useful to you, then that's fantastic. I've helped someone. But I wouldn't consider that my stuff would be there to be a tutorial for someone else to follow, especially when I've looked through reams and reams of crap.
I sent a lot of you the one of the. I'm jealous. I'm not put there in the name because it's not a knock on this person. They're making their money. I mean,
give them their due. If they can do it, they can do it. I'm good on them. Yeah.
But if you scroll down to the bottom of that page, you'll see how much they're bringing in, and it's like
from the way it looks, I'm wondering if it's just one person. This could be a whole group of people.
Yeah, that would be good, wouldn't it? Yeah. Well, my little studio in my little dungeon is just me.
Oh yeah, here it is. They put together a collection of indie teams under one banner that can produce and deliver creative and innovative stories and art for comic fans.
And I see something else too that also attracts attention. As I don't want to say too much, but when you're part of a large group of military has a tendency to support military, so
that's true too.
Yeah. Let me give you the cheat code today, fellows. If you want to reach the younger audience, to make porn comics, but be discreet and offer up only soft core and cheesecake in the Patreon. And then you will get the 5-figure number. I constantly hear about the whole lamentation of like, we need to get comics to the younger generations. Yeah, porn. That's the way to do it.
You're gonna grab every teenager. Yeah.
You gotta play on the testosterone, then the shit.
Did you notice that when Jake does his ignorant voice, it's American? Does anyone notice that?
What you saying, boy?
Don't do me dirty like that. Don't do me dirty like that.
What you saying, boy? Yeehaw.
Now what you saying, boy?
Jake, we're still in the room, okay? Damn it.
Joe says tutorial. Who wants to make my mistakes? None that I know.
Well, Joe, you can make yours as a cautionary tale. You know, it's like, hey, you want to draw like this? No, stop now before it's too late. You know, although you're good. You're good. Yeah, but Russ is right. It does take a certain amount of arrogance to put together that sort of thing, because it's like you start thinking, well, how am I worthy? And if you want to see somebody that's got a campaign going, www.patreon.com/Brian K. Morris. So and see what arrogance is all about.
Fuck me, I've drunk nearly half this bottle. This guy.
Arrogant or is it ego? You decide.
That's right. It's ego.
Tutorials, though, I paid years ago when I started getting right back into art. I paid $40 a month to learn from this popular artist on how to draw.
Thank you.
Now,
thank you. Thank you.
So now, fast forward 5-6 years down the road, now he gives it away free on YouTube. I was like, I could have just waited.
Brian,
yes.
I'm at your page. $1 for the cheerleader, $5 for the honored confidant, $10 for the heroic companion.
Yes.
So yeah, we printed. You get a PDF of it. That's pretty cool. So you're giving out PDFs. Let me see. Were you foolish? Did you put your dollar amount at the bottom? You didn't. You held us out. Oh, Brian, we want to get in your business.
I think it's before that. It's right there, right?
It is because of anticipated moments like this, Varian, that I did not do it.
Exactly.
I only look stupid.
Ryan, you gotta be careful, dude, because Patreon will be hammering you for off-platform behavior and all that stuff. So,
yeah, I know. Like I said, I used my real name before I got on here. It's like, oh god, it was going so well too. No, my strength is as the strength of 10 because my heart is pure. So, and if I haven't been canceled by now, it's only because nobody's trying. I've left enough evidence down through the years that, dear God, if anyone is going to get canceled.
let me crack open the Elite keyboard right now.
I was going to say, I had no idea what dinosaur porn was about until I started listening to your program.
Oh, wow.
That's right, folks. That's right. You know, ask for it by name.
That's how you get the really young ones.
Dino porn.
Dino porn.
Oh,
It was an unfortunate comment on my part one night during a show, and it has stuck with me for now about a year now. So
that weren't no meteorite that killed them.
No, it wasn't.
It was the leaders of cum that overswam the globe.
See, we have no idea what off the cuff remarks, you know, from fans or that we say on the air could end up turning into something. We have no idea at all.
Yeah. I have made many unfortunate remarks that have continued to come back to haunt me. I tried to mention that somebody could offer a scratch and sniff option on their covers one time, and it came out as snatch and sniff.
Snatch and sniff.
Well,
and I'm cold stone sober. At least Russ has an excuse.
Yeah.
You know?
Larry Flint probably sprung up in his bed and went, "What am I doing?"
Oh my god!
You know, that would have been a great concept. That would have been a great concept.
I really miss getting pissed with other people.
Hustler did it about 20 years ago.
See, Russ, this is the simulation.
Yeah, this is the simulation of sitting in the bar.
I have simulated friends. I'm not alone.
We got to send over a shrink there, man.
We need that intervention for Russ real fast.
It's called sleep.
Yeah.
It'll come soon.
It's called passing out at the end of that bottle, brother.
Don't pass out on the air. You won't hear the end of it.
Yeah.
Just a warning.
Oh dear. I was gonna tell you guys about the question we had here, but it's kind of stupid now because we kind of
already mentioned the giraffe one.
Could say giraffe have a follow-up?
We worried that
Mr. Long Dick has a part 2?
No. This one, and this one is from Karen. This is Karen.
It's a Karen.
Yeah. And Karen, nice to see you getting out, Karen. Nice to see you getting out. You have a rough couple. You had a rough 2 years. Like I'm telling you, Karen is an insult now. I was in the waiting room at the doctor's office. They came out and said Karen. I said, and I just because it's an insult now. When they say Karen, I'm like, you ain't got to call something. Then I realized, oh, that's still a proper name. Shit.
All those arguments she's had with that cat online. That's the problem.
Yeah.
Karen wants to know: are we concerned? Like she is. She is the wife of a indie publisher, a small indie publisher. Is it Joe? Joe, are you married to Karen? No, I'm just kidding. But she says, I'm the wife of a small indie publisher, and I am concerned. We are doing very well right now. However, when the pandemic lightens and things get back to normal, people will stop buying books. They will stop engaging in the platform and the art form. What do you guys think? That is from Karen, who's out of Milwaukee.
Oh. No, I don't think
everybody's like, fuck, a question.
Don't. No, everybody's going to carry on.
Isn't the greatest fear that people break a habit by reading comics, if they don't get their book in time?
Yeah. Breaking a habit is far easier than you think it is. Is if you just don't do something for a couple of weeks, then you're broken. You won't go back. But it depends. I mean, would you say that everybody's gotten out of the habit of going to the cinema?
Yes,
because there have been no cinemas.
Yep.
Everyone's gotten out of the habit of going to the cinema, but people haven't got out of the habit of watching a movie.
No.
So it's just a different. It's just a different way of
the delivery
and getting the same thing. Different delivery.
The delivery change is just the delivery and engagement has changed.
Yeah.
I was just arguing about
Thank
that.
you, Nefarious. Thank you very much.
Fans are
fickle.
Nefarious. Fans are fickle. They're fickle. I've taken beer shits more consistent than them, and
You sound like someone from Marvel now. The way you're treating your fans.
Yeah, if you don't like my politics,
if you don't like my beer shits, don't buy my comic.
Comics helped break me of my sex addiction.
Good for you.
She must have been
unlucky, Michael.
sorry, C.
Sorry, C. It's like
that addiction's been broken for a long time.
Welcome to the ED club, my dude.
I'll tell you this. I was once worried.
Hope you have a couch in that room, C.
Yeah. I was once worried. When I met when I met a 20-year-old Lola, because she was a little wild, and I'm like, hey, listen, people are in the house, like we're having a party, company is here. What's your problem? And now she's like, and I got scared because I'm like, I understand when they hit their 30s, they get a little more randy. Is that the right word?
No,
I know it's your name, but
it's not the right word. Yeah, I would suppose over in Britain that would be the right word. Yes.
Yeah. That's the way it works.
Yeah. And I was worried that she was going to turn into this, like she was gonna go like all sex nuts and like, super strong on me. Yeah, and
it's a good name for a book.
I would if I could, but I'm not getting it, so I make comics instead.
There we go. So that's what it is.
That's probably true of most of us.
Not getting any sex. I'm gonna make a comic.
Yeah.
They don't get all the sex at once.
Yeah, they may think that comic creators don't get much. Well, they're wrong. We don't get any.
Karen, I think to handle this seriously, because I'm not drinking. I think what you're seeing here is a major shift as far as the art form goes, because the mainstream guys are shrinking at a exponentially quick rate. the biggest distributor that used to carry comics for the last 30 years, the only distributor pretty much that carried comics the last 30 years, has cucked up so bad and is quite frankly not coming back to original shape.
Nicely said.
They have lost their 2 major accounts, and they're now going to be gasping for air. They'll be lucky if they don't file bankruptcy before the end of the year, in my opinion.
Whoa! Don't look up Diamond Cook.
They've gotten really close a couple of times already when they had Marvel and DC. Now they don't have them. But anyway, what you're seeing here is a large shift in the market that you need to grab with both hands and hang on. And remember, the good times might not always last, but it's time now, if you can, to use it and store it and live within your means, and just in case things don't go right, but in order and start building that empire as hard and as fast as you can. I think it right now is the time for the independents and the alternatives. Yeah, there we go.
Diamond.
That the point at the bottom is still too sharp. On that dime needs to be a lot duller. Anyway, now is the time for everybody out there in the independent and alternative markets to start building their empires, and that's why you're seeing I'm coming back, and I'm coming back really hard. We're going to try it as far as comics go, and and we're opening a lot of product. We're hoping the retailers take a look at it, and we're also out there exploring every option we can possibly find, because it's the creatives, it's the independents, it's the alternatives that are going to make this art form. And now is the time to go out and do it. Take a look at what Brian Polito's doing. Take a look at, even if you don't like his politics, take a look at what Ethan is doing, what Zach had done, and all of these other folks out there that are building small empires. Do that, build it up, and stretch that audience out, and go out and grab as many people from outside of comics to look at your product as you possibly can, because that's where the money is going to come in from. And that money's not going to go away as long as we stay entertaining and creative. It doesn't matter if the paper dries up, or if print is supposedly dead, which I was told 10 years ago. And I've never seen comics stronger as far as the alternative, the independents, and the book trade right now. I mean, graphic novels, even if you don't count manga, and you look past the horrible excuses that the big mainstream guys are doing, indie comics have never been stronger as far as doing solid product and getting books out in front of people. That we just have to find more means, every means that we possibly can. Now is the time to do that, and go out and find all the outside audience we can possibly grab to point to this art form and go, this is where your entertainment is. This is where your fun can be. Come on in and enjoy it with us.
Yeah. If you're worried, just make sure you got a plan B. That's all. Don't do anything without an exit strategy.
Well, no, that's why you're storing up. You're doing business, and you're building a nest egg. Just like anybody in any trade and any business, you're planning for retirement. Yeah. And now's the time, if you can, to bank and save.
The opportunities are now, because of the massive change in the industry.
Yeah,
and there is a massive change. It doesn't matter if the big two come back or not. It doesn't matter if the mainstream industry comes back from what's happening or not. There is massive change, and it's not going to happen overnight, which means that the smaller publishers, the smaller creators, are agile enough to make a difference, to do something, and to grab the opportunity. So do it now.
A lot more agile to be able to grab any trend or any opportunity to go out, and especially to go out there and creatively find it. And that's what we need to do. We need to get outside of this stigma that we've been sitting in for so long, because back in the 30s and 40s, you go back and you look at how many different formats and sizes and shapes and thicknesses these comics used to be. We need to get back to that. Even in the 60s, nobody's out there doing regular treasuries anymore, and treasuries were amazing. Nobody's out there doing digest books anymore except Archie, and those digests are amazing. It needs to come back. You go over to Europe or Japan, and you see comics in every shape, size, format. Nobody over here ever tried to do a 2000 AD. That was amazing. That was an amazing product over in Britain, especially when they first started in the late 70s through the 80s. Just phenomenal stuff. We never tried that format over here because it wasn't comic size. And even when we did bring that material over, we stretched the artwork to ungodly proportions to make it fit the old comic format. Those formats are gone. They're old. That's what we need to be looking at as old fashioned and go out and find a new way of doing things. It's up to us to reinvent the wheel. Yep. So, and enjoy that popularity. Don't think that it's just a flash in the pan. Don't let it be a flash in the pan, and go out there and grab that audience and keep it. Karen, good luck.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got a message. I guess did we miss something? I'm sorry.
Did we miss something?
The alcohol has hit me by now.
I
did pregame before coming on this show, so I'm kind of like out of it. I got a message like I guess some comments were missing. I'm not sure. I haven't checked the comments at all. And my microphone's in the way, so
yeah, we're sorry if we haven't been keeping up with the chat because we've been jumping back and forth. So we caught Nefarious's comment. Sex addiction comment. Yeah.
It's a little bit too much information from Nita.
Yeah, Nita's adding more details. He fails to mention that it may have something to do. Every time I wasn't pregnant for 6 years, he made
Sure. Getting pregnant every time doesn't make it a sex addiction. I'm sorry.
Hope Nita's got a couch where she's typing.
There's a rap song about you. See, it's called "Pull Out Game Week." And,
Nita says, "Grab it by the balls and make it your bitch."
Oh, I don't think that's what she meant.
I do believe she was talking to Karen.
I hope she was talking to Karen.
Yeah.
What's our radio number now, Varian?
62. Oh, 62915. Thank you. And I want to thank my countries aren't coming in. Sorry. My countries aren't coming. But thank you guys. I want to thank everybody on the show right now is a contributor to Indie Volt or to Indie Volt. Revolt. And when Randy first told me he wanted to do the book, I thought he was insane. I said, "You're insane." I said, "It's never going to work," but it did. He put it together, and you had people who got mad about the book. There were people who got mad. They were like, "This book will never work." But and I was kind of like, I was on the fence. I was like, "Man, does it have to be a flip book, Randy?" And it's taught me to keep my mouth shut sometimes and just watch the process. Watch the process. Watch how it goes down.
What's wrong with flip books?
Yeah.
I've
got some Marvel Presents Wolverine flip books up there somewhere.
Yeah.
There hasn't been many that I had. I mean, I'm used to the backup story in the back of a book because I remember X-Men did that a few times. But like the flip books, I had very few flip books. And the ones that I did get are reprints, like older books, that I, got out, in a double bag or in one of those, bonus, what do they call it, value bags where they put 5 comics in a bag.
Yeah.
I had never got one from a, there were none sold on the shelf as far as I can recall. I'm pretty sure there were, but they just weren't ones that I got. So when Randy said he gonna make it a flip, when he first said he gonna make it a flip book, I'm like with the little person in the corner moving. Like when you turn the page,
you did.
Yeah. Yep. And he's like, no.
What if you could do that?
Yeah.
You could do that.
Yeah. He was like, no. What's wrong with you? And I thought like
that was going to be my last, but I'm not doing
that. Yeah. And so when he told me what he was going to do, I'm like, do you have to? Can't we just have 4 different covers?
Well, we were told a lot of things. Anthologies don't sell. I didn't use the word anthology in the pitch or in the title. It's a sequential art collection. Really, it's what it is. It's not just an anthology. An anthology is usually a collection of short prose stories put together in one book. This is a sequential art collection. I was told don't crowdfund it. You're not going to make your goal. I don't care. I didn't care that. I didn't have a goal to make because everybody here has contributed to the book and we're splitting the profit. So right now the more profit we get, the more gets returned back to the creators. But this is a print on demand book. So as long as I had a basic per unit cost, I had that per unit cost that printing the book already worked into the cost. So there wasn't really a need for limit or a goal for this. So I set a goal I thought was adequately, high enough and easy to reach that we could just pass. And we did that, I think, in the first week, if I'm not mistaken. And it's just I've learned a lot on this campaign. I got some great help from folks who went up there and looked at the campaign. Russ told me my initial video was too long, so we cut that down. We somebody else Sim caught the fact that shipping was off, so I had to go through and change that. And deeply grateful to everybody. It's been a real big learning experience. But now it's time to close out this book and move on to Arrow Comics proper for the retailers. That's why I keep saying, and nobody still has taken us up on it, any retailer that's out there that you still have about 6 hours left, I think, on this campaign that wants to buy in on the retailer tier. We have a retailer tier for $75. You get 3 copies of each cover set. So you get 6 books with a cover price of $19.99 on that book for you to sell at your store. If you were to pick that up for $75 plus, I think it's $15, I think, for shipping, something like that. I will personally send you for free the first 2 months of Arrow Comics product. And that's going to be 8 different titles. I'll send you 2 issues of each book to your store for you to put up on your shelf, just to thank you for buying in at that retailer tier. So, and that's only good for another less than 6 hours, I believe, until this campaign closes.
Do it.
And any retailer out there, in my opinion, because I retailed for a decade, that's a hell of a deal.
Yeah.
So now is the time for you to get in and buy in and get this book, the largest amount of backers that you possibly can. So this is all stories that we're very proud of, all work that we've done that we consider it really, some of this stuff is just amazing. When I open these files and my jaw hits the floor, we had, for example, Empyrean Vol, who's a regular contributor in the chat, contacts me out of the blue and asks to do a story. I'm like, I don't know. Jake asked to do a story. I'm like, let's see some of your work. But all of it turns out to be very top-notch, professional-looking stuff. And I can't be more proud of putting this book together and getting it out to you. And I hope that you get a copy, whether it's electronic or physical, to enjoy on your own. The reason we made it a flip book was because it was fun. One, it was fun. I've done flip books in the past that have been just a lot of fun to do. But I got so many, I got added pieces of art that were in color for covers that I'm like, I really don't want to offer 4 variant covers. Variant just dropped off. I didn't want to offer 4 different variant covers for this. 2 I thought was good. So I decided to make it a flip book so I could run 4 covers. Those covers are, again, real top-notch stuff. So real proud of this product. We hope you take a look at it. That's the IndieVolt Revolt sequential art collection over on Indiegogo. It's only going to be there for I think we're looking at 5 hours left.
Nita says we need a Real Housewives comic show. Well, Nita, the problem is all the men are bitches.
Still 6 hours left. What?
Wow.
All the men are the ones. I know you ain't sleep with my boyfriend. It's horrible. It's horrible.
Oh, have you seen that new guy around? Yeah, he's called Jeff.
I sucked him off last week. What are you talking about?
Whoa.
Yeah.
Need a Real Housewives of Comics show. Yeah, that's.
I sucked him off on TikTok, fucker. Anyway,
whoa. How many beers have you had, mate?
Wow.
4.
Well, I've got a date with Jeffrey, so I got limber up. So
all right, it's girth and length.
We're closing. We're heading to the end of part 1 anyway, so we should probably go around the room, tell folks where they can find us. Russ needs to get to bed before he collapses in front of his board. And and hopefully we'll bring in a few other people here for part 2. So hopefully we'll see everybody then. And let's start with Brian. Brian, where can people find you?
Well, people can find me at risingtide.pub, where you have links to my Patreon page after we've slandered it, and to all my merch, and also my YouTube, where we do all kinds of shows every week, like Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. Never mind the furthermore, creative conversation, and also on Tuesdays with a clever title pending at 8 p.m. Eastern, where we talk to creatives about creativity and business behind it, and on Thursday nights. I host a show called Comic Book Spectrum, where we take a positive view of comics, do reviews and stuff, and it's probably my most favorite show of the week that I do. So anyway, please tune in, and thank you to everyone who has subscribed to my YouTube channel, and thank you guys for making this a blast the last hour. I've enjoyed being with y'all, and I hope to do it again.
Well, thanks for coming on very much, and again, thanks for backing the Revolt book. Sincerely.
Glad to. Honestly, my pleasure. That's a good looking package. And remember, folks, only 439 more people. Just saying.
What a deal.
What a deal. Cheap at twice the price.
We're still only 13 more people away from adding more pages to the book, though. So, yeah. See Michael Lanning, tell folks how they can find you.
You can always find me, of course, on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, and on the internet. Usually, that's where I'm at. So
on the net.
On the net. Of course, on Mondays with Geek Speak, and talking over there to various people and things about comic books. So,
and I have a feeling you'll see Michael a little bit more often around here in Indie Volt, as well as Arrow Comics. He'll be on Revolt with a great story by Meredith Logren of featuring Karma. That he did. Looking forward to seeing that in beautiful black and white and gray tones. Russ, before you collapse, tell folks how they can find you.
Yeah,
I can see it in your face. You're about ready to go.
Yeah,
so
when I've got more blood in my alcohol system than alcohol, you can find me. You can find me as Comic Book Black Belt on YouTube. Where you can see all the videos about how I do shit. And then on a Thursday, you can see me on Fultonland where we talk shit about comics. And then on a Monday night, you can see me on your YouTube channel where I stream shit about art. There you go. You should buy this book. It's a fantastic book. It's got lots of brilliant creators. Arrow Comics is fantastic. Randy's a great guy. And so's Varian. So just do it. Go out and buy the bloody book, will you?
That's part of
my book.
If
you go to onlydeathcansavers.com, there is a link to my book right now. Okay, I will post this VIP fantastic book out to you. And if you don't get that in time, you can pick it up via Arrow Comics and Liberty Entertainment Distribution later on in the year. You can find me at russleach.com, comicbookblackbelt.com, onlydeathcansavers.com. You can pick me up on a Twitter and a Fleecebook, and you can talk to me there about shit. There you go.
Russ, thanks so much for coming on and enjoying your Jack Daniels with us. So
good luck. I'm going to go.
Appreciate you very much. Yes, please do have a good night. Yeah. Jake, how can folks find you?
They can find me on Twitter at J big capital T big capital V W Ister J Twister, and you'll be probably finding me harassing these old people and young people and whoever people. I don't care. They're my people. Probably the best chance at Breakfast Buzz on Thursdays.
And you can find Jake's story about Ted Tired Detective on Revolt. Detective Ted Tired. Yep. Over on Revolt. It's a great story. It's a lot of fun. And I'm sure you'll see more of Jake in Arrow Comics as we go along. So, Marv, how can folks find you?
Yeah, hi. You can find me on Instagram and Facebook. Hashtag the Sin Killer Comic Book, and you'll find everything you need to know about the comic. And it's been a blast. Thank you so much for having me once again, and to be part of this amazing group of people and great artists too. So I'm honored. Thank you so much.
We're honored to have you. Quite frankly, it's great to have you on board. Jake says, "Oh no, That's not the one.
Thanks, Matt. Thanks, Matt.
Not the one. Not the one. Yeah. Jake says only drunks can crash beds. Matt says, "Oh snap! You got the best fez in the biz on here tonight." Yes.
But Matt
Thank you.
has a beard. Look at that beard, Matt. Check that, Matt.
Yeah.
Check Matt's beard out.
Yeah, Matt's beard is like epic.
Look at it. Fantastic. What a growth. That's amazing.
Yeah.
I'm impressed.
Indie Princess, how can we find you?
I skipped over Varian.
Yeah, I know. He's next to last.
Okay. I'm everywhere, guys. The best way to track me down is Linktree indie_princess. Find all my links there.
And make sure you go over to Indiegogo and look at Lure, Lure. It's an adult comic that's a combination of Saw and Eyes Wide Shut.
Yes.
It's a very unique property. You need to go over and take a good look at that. And
I got 17 days left.
17 days left.
Yes.
And then you'll be talking more about that tomorrow, right?
Yeah,
tomorrow
I'm
night
back
here in
in
Indie Vote?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Varian.
Yes.
Are you awake?
Yes.
No.
Yes, I'm here.
You might.
Yeah.
You're gonna
I'm
be.
here.
Do we need to do a part 2? Are you gonna be around for that?
I'll be around. You can find me making comics on KYD_V on Twitter. And then you can find me on the first season of the Comic Book House Husbands. Hashtag Deep Throat.
/ Jeffrey.
Yeah. Long big giraffes. I'm not gonna think about all giraffes just walking around with fucking vine dicks just hanging this. And for some reason they're all singing "Get on the boat, the banana boat." I don't know what's wrong with me. Anyway, yeah, Varian Grant on social media. Find me there. That's it.
And folks, the entire purpose of this stream, other than having a good time, has been to promote the last 6-7 hours of the Indie Revolt sequential art collection. As we close out this campaign, we're really happy to bring you this book of short stories by creators that you hear and see here all the time on Indie Volt, the Indie Volt Media Network.
Make it rain on that campaign.
Please go over and back this book. It's got less than 6 hours left to go. So please give it some thought if you haven't backed it already. We deeply appreciate you if you have. We deeply appreciate you all listening. We are going to be back for part 2 at 10, which is like we're going to take 15 minutes off to run to the bathroom, and Russ is going to collapse, and Marvy is probably going to go to bed, and Jake might do the same, but we'll see who's here on the other side. And if it's a short video, it'll be what it'll be. So
Cosby.
LMAO, drunk Cosby.
You don't know about comics, you motherfuckers.
With the comic in the hand.
Yeah.
Put the hand in the hand is that side, and they put them behind the hand.
No. They take the comics, they put them on the stand. The stand over there.
And make sure you stay tuned to the Indie Volt Radio Network for more drunk streams coming soon.
Bye, Joe.
We deeply want to appreciate you listening. Like I said, we are going to take a short break and come back at the 10 o'clock hour Eastern time. So we'll see you all back then. Anybody that's here is still welcome to come back again, except maybe Russ, who really needs to go to bed.
Yeah, I'm done. I'm dead. I'm done.
And Linda's probably going to come in and grab Marv too and drag him off to sleep because it's
good luck, everybody. That was done.
Thank you.
It's like almost there you go. See you, Russ. It's almost like 4 a.m. where you're at, isn't it, Jake and Marv?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah,
Almost
3
3.
or 4. Yeah. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot. I've been your co-host, Randy Zimmerman. I'm the one who put Indie Volt Revolt together and got this crazy bunch of people to help us out. And it's a great product. Again, go over there and take a look on Indiegogo, Indie Volt Revolt. Look for Arrow Comics 4.0 starting up in August. We'll be back for part 2 here in a few minutes. But if you don't come back with us, remember, we'll be back on Monday nights, we have It Came From Webtoons with Eric Hodson, who was on much earlier in the broadcast. Tuesday nights, Varian and I and the Indie Princess do the Livewire program. On Wednesdays, Indie Princess and Daphne Lage do the Geekgasm on Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. Varian and I and Daphne are back for the Breakfast Buzz. Sometimes the Indie Princess does join us for that as well. On Friday nights, who knows? We might do this more often. Saturday nights, we have what are we calling that? Backer stream?
Backer shots with me and Nita.
Backer shots with
and don't forget Pitches Be Crazy.
And Pitches Be Crazy on Saturdays at 2:30, soon to be 2 o'clock, right?
Yeah, 2:30. It's gonna stay at 2:30.
It's gonna stay at 2:30. Okay, yeah. Great. And then I'm back Sunday morning at 9 a.m. Talking about comics, the lighter side, more whimsical side of comics on the Sunday Funnies program. So take care, everyone. We'll see you in just a few minutes if you're hanging on. If not, we're all archived over on the Indie Volt channel on YouTube, so that you can jump over there and watch more madness if you aren't watching this live. So if you are, then we will be back in just a few minutes. So everybody, you take care. We'll see you soon. Stay healthy, and remember the immortal words of Mr. Jack Kirby, who says, "Kid, comics will break your heart." We wish you all the best. Make sure you leave this industry better off than what you found it, and we will see you in a few minutes. Any last words?
Bye.
All right.
Bye-bye. Well, people.
All right, everybody, take care. See you in a few minutes. He said, desperately looking for the ending here. We're closing. There we are. Here we go.
Yay! Think about what you've accomplished.
How can you close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.